Hello friends and enemies, welcome back to Happy for Now. It's me, Isabel, here with Romancelandia Monthly for you. Listen, it was a month. It was not all bad, but it was a month. So we're gonna dive right in. As always, I'll have timestamps down below if you want to hop around, and we're gonna trudge right through. You already got like a mini, not even a mini, it was like a 30-minute video Romancelandia related thing this month already. So we're going through. This is way more negative content than I like to do within a week span, but I had no choice because I knew when we get there we'll talk about it, but I knew y'all would want another video on it, so I was like, we're just gonna preempt the conversation. So here we go. First things first, Book Depository closed. It is, as of this going up, closed officially. They will be fulfilling the last of their orders. And this is just really sad because yes, Book Depository was owned by Amazon, but it really allowed access for people in places that it was hard to get mail and deliveries to get books. So like that alone is like very sad, and like it was moderately affordable for those places. So yeah, I'm just disappointed to say the least. You know, it just is what it is, but I'm disappointed. What can I say? Yeah, I just think this was sad news. I never like seeing a book related thing go under, so yeah. So yeah, there's that. And then in good fun things, Kobo Plus launched. So there are 3 tiers for Kobo Plus. There is 1 or 2 tiers? No, 3. So one's ebooks only, one's audiobooks only, and one is both. And they're cheaper. The single tiers are cheaper than Kindle Unlimited. And I think the combined tier is the same price as like a regular price KU. So that's nice. They also, unlike Kindle Unlimited, are allowing authors to be wide while also being in Kobo Plus. So you can have your books on Amazon for sale. You can also have them on Kobo Plus. So that's something KU does not currently offer, and I would love to see this kind of maybe light a little bit of a fire under Amazon's ass and allow KU books to be available widely, because we often see the issue of KU books being stolen and uploaded to Apple Books to Kobo to places to then be sold by not the author. And it's just always a whole mess, and then their book gets pulled down, and honestly, it would just prevent a lot of the issues we see for authors in KU often, as far as Amazon being like, you don't own this, or this isn't your book anymore because somebody pirated it, and those things, you know? That would help. But yeah, I think this is really interesting. I briefly joined it this month. I will probably join it randomly throughout the year to read some of the Kobo Plus titles I'm interested in. They do a really good job getting exclusives with a lot of really great authors. Jackie Lau has some, Nana Malone, Chloe Leese has one. Like, that's been fun, and I really like the fact that they have like books that they get exclusive with them for, I think they're usually for about a year, but I'm not sure. Honestly, because I think Chloe Leese's came out in paperback, but I don't know. I don't know enough, but I'm just saying I know they get some great exclusives, and I like that part of it, so I'm excited to see where this goes and what happens as this service continues to exist. Who knows? Maybe I'll decide to buy a Kobo device because I want to read Kobo Plus books. But right now I'm just using my phone and using that to listen to audiobooks with Kobo Plus. Next, I have some fun news from Bloom Books. So Bloom Books has picked up 2 more authors officially as of last month. So unsurprising, I feel like if you gave me a list of authors, one of these authors I would have picked, and that's Sophie Lark. I'm unsurprised, but ecstatic for her. So her Sinner Duet, which I really need to read, and her Brutal Birthright books got picked up by Bloom Books, which means that they will stay in KU, but continue to be distributed via print via Bloom Books. I really like how Bloom Books is doing this and keeping the books in KU, and like the author owns digital rights. So like that's like less stressful, but they're allowing for easier, I guess, bookstore access. I don't know. I see Sophie at my bookstore all the time. So, but either way, I think it's really cool. Like I said, if you gave me a list of authors, I would be like, yeah, that makes sense. The other author that I picked up was Tilly Cole, but specifically 4,000 Boy Kisses, which I didn't expect. I would have expected the Hades Hangman series to get picked up, to be honest with you, but still happy about this for her. This is a book I have no interest in, but I think it's really interesting seeing who Bloom Books picks up as this like imprint continues to grow. The next thing I have is the Kindle Unlimited strike. So a couple months back, I will link to this Romancelandia down below for y'all. There was a push to cancel your Kindle Unlimited on Book Talk, and I had a discussion here about KU being a loss leader. There's a lot. I recommend you go watch that video if you're unaware or want more information and context on this. But KU pays like 2 months back. If we go backwards to when people were canceling their Kindle Unlimited subscriptions in like February, March, to now, end of April, authors are seeing that reflected in their payouts, and the payout per page is historically low. It has never been this low before, and it's literally like a 40th of a penny or something. I don't know how to read this. I will put the number right here. It's tiny, and it may not seem like a lot comparatively, but I'm going to give you some context for that number. So this is the lowest rate ever, and basically I'm going to link to it below. Tiffany Roberts did a post about this, that 150 page book right now would make 60 cents, which is like almost the same, I think. I'm not sure actually the break even on the amount they earn versus Amazon takes from a book sale at 99 cents, but I don't think a 150 page book at $9.99 probably makes 60 cents or a little more on Amazon. And then a 300 page book would make $1.20, and I know for a fact that I'm like nearly positive that a $2.99 book would make more than $1.20. So like the incentive for authors to keep their books in KU is reducing because people canceled, and that lowered the pool for the KU page price per page read. So yeah, it's just really, really disappointing. If you canceled and you can, I would highly recommend you renew. I just don't think the strike was the way to go about it. I think the best way to go about this, again, is contacting Amazon when your favorite authors get pulled and complaining until they fix it. Because if you tell them you're having a bad customer experience, that's going to do more good than canceling this subscription if you use it regularly. So yeah, I just was really sad for them. And then on that note, also, Vera Valentine had a great post, which I suspected this was the case, but I didn't know, and this confirmed it for me. Do not check out a book from KU and then like read it and decide you're going to DNF it and decide to flip to the end, because your Kindle or your phone or whatever device you're reading your Kindle book on, it knows about how fast you read. So if you do that enough, or if an author has it happen enough, Amazon will ping their account and not pay them, because they'll think that you're using like reading farms. Because this is the thing, like there are places where they just like read, they don't actually read the book, so they turn the pages of the books to make people money on KU. So don't do that anymore. And if you've done it, it's okay, but now you know. We've all shared the lesson. I didn't know, I suspected, but I didn't know for sure. So I will have that TikTok link down there for y'all in the description. Be sure to check it out if you're curious. Something that'll interest some people if you didn't know. This was such a random surprise to me, but J.R. Ward started a YouTube channel. I guess she's going to share behind the scenes stuff for Black Dagger Brotherhood, maybe? We'll see. I'm not like a huge J.R. Ward fan. It just made me giggle that this happened. Like, it's so random. But alright, you know, have at. Another exciting news item that we had happen is that Kennedy Ryan's Let It Go got optioned for a movie. That was released this month, and I'm really, really excited for it. I'm really hopeful to see what comes of this. I would love to see all the Kennedy Ryan books as movies. I do still need to read this one, but yeah, I mean, you can't beat it. Like, it's so exciting. Okay, next we're gonna get into the last two things, which are more negative and less fun. You know, we're gonna get into the people making mistakes and frustrations of the last month. So first things first, there was a book talker named Carrie Lynn who made a post and basically got upset. I don't have the video because she pulled it down and I went to record it and it was gone. That they can't talk about whoever they read, whether that's Colleen Hoover or whatever, without people coming into the comments to critique the reading or tell them about the problems with this author. So Carrie was very upset. Carrie Lynn was upset. She couldn't just talk about who she wanted. And she's built this platform being pretty inclusive, I would say, and you know, building a community of various kinds of readers, and then turns around and goes, yeah, but I want to be able to talk about whatever I want to talk about. And that's what I'm going to do moving forward. And it was so sad to watch witness. I was mutuals with her on TikTok. I enjoyed her content. But then that all blew up. Obviously, I was like, well, never mind. You know, I'm just not going to do this. We're out. Yeah, this brought up a lot of conversations about what it means to be a reader with a platform, what it means to platform problematic authors, and why, when you have a platform, you have to make choices. You either have to ignore people that critique you and just talk about the problematic books you love nonstop and be one of those readers on TikTok and stuff. You know, there are people who built their whole platform around these authors. Or you can be over here and you can make community with people and care, I guess, about that stuff. And we all get to make that choice. But you can't be mad when people come to your comments because you switched your choice as far as being inclusive and loving and wanting everyone here while doing the other thing, you know? Like, you can't have both. This is where my video from Tuesday comes in, where I kind of just deep dove my thoughts on this around reading and why someone with a platform, I personally at least am not going to talk about something I read if it's problematic, like if it's a notoriously problematic thing. Like, I have an arc from an author that I was like, shit, I got it before this stuff happened. I need to read that arc. Am I going to talk about it here? No. It's just that simple. I'm not going to talk about it because why would I give her attention? So yeah, this kind of developed a big conversation on like responsibility as a creator and what your choices are. She exploded her account, like literally deleted it because she didn't, I guess, get the response she expected. It was just honestly sad to see when people show their ass like this. You know, I hoped for better. I always hope for better, but obviously that wasn't the case. Okay, and now we have the big one. So I'm just gonna give a flat like warning here. We're about to talk about sexual assault and abuse. If that's not your jam, jump to the next timestamp. We're diving in on Vo.Eros. So last year ish, I don't remember, it's been a while, there was drama between Dana Isley, an author, and Vo.Eros. And that drama still stands, okay? Like, she still did bad. She still attacked reviewers. She still plagiarized him. That stands on its own over here, right? And then over here, we have the new allegations against Vo.Eros and things that have come to light around him being abusive and taking advantage of minors. Does this make sense? Like, these two things exist in equilibrium. Both people can be shit. And both shit people can have been involved in a shit situation and still come out as shit. Like, it just works that way. When this came out, I was just like, what the F? So screenshots were released of him asking a minor for inappropriate photos on Discord. And then things came out that I didn't even know about, including him playing a porn video in his Safe for Work channel on his Discord for members that had minors in it. They watched a movie at Christmas in like 2020 and then he played a porno. And like, do what you want, but also that's not appropriate. He apparently also is abusive to his patrons, would harass people after they left. You know, it sounds like a mess. I will link to the Twitter account that has a lot of exposés on it. The Twitter account is pretty much confirmed to be Kenna Bell Ray / a steamy romance novel on TikTok. If you listen to the voice note, they have the exact same voice, y'all. So that's interesting too, because she also like kind of really stepped in some shit last year with some Black creators and who she did and didn't stand up for. After kind of creating a platform of standing up for people. I didn't cover it because there isn't enough context for the situation, in my opinion, for me to cover it. But I do feel like, you know, she's doing a good thing here. But how long did she know also? Because she was involved during the Dana Isley stuff. So, like, has she been sitting on this for like a year and a half? 2 years? I don't even remember how long ago the Dana Isley stuff was. But if she knew this and has been sitting on it for this long, I'm uncomfortable on that fact as well. But pretty much has doxed herself on this Twitter account, revealing her location because she's in like Alaska and her partner's in the military. So she said that on this Twitter account. So I was just like, okay, it's like not a secret that it's you then, like at all. But yeah, Vo.Eros has not responded to any of this. Pretty much has stayed silent, and it's just kind of disappointing. I was never like a fan or anything. I just think it's important we talk about it because he's done audiobooks for quite a few authors on Book Talk and stuff, and he kind of was popular on Book Talk for a hot minute. But yeah, there is a whole bunch of accusations and allegations out about him right now, and it doesn't look too good in my opinion. But you know, we'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated if anything changes, but kind of just wanted a FYI here on that one. And then last but not least, we have some like weird news. We're gonna call it weird news. I don't know how I feel about this at all, but TikTok is gonna start publishing books. TikTok formed a publishing house? ? And we'll see what this means. I don't know what this means. I'm assuming we're gonna get indie books that are popular published via TikTok or something, or they're going to do something with like print distribution, kind of like Bloom Books maybe, for their popular Book Talk titles. You know, Book Talk's huge. I get that. It's such a weird move. It's not the move I expected, we'll say, to the very least, like, at all. So yeah, that's it for Romancelandia this month. It was a weird month, y'all. It was a weird month. We had quite a bit of good, but then like just some bad shit thrown in. So on that note, if you made it this far, I would love to know your guesses on A, the next author Bloom Books picks up, or B, what TikTok publishing is going to do. And if you don't want to do either of those things, you can leave me a sunshine emoji, because I am living for the warmth that we are getting right now. Because it finally is not cold, because it was in the 30s the other day. And listen, it's April. I don't want it. So you can do that. I'll have links to everything relevant that I can link to down below for you, as well as links to my friend anywhere on the internet. If you're interested in getting early access to videos like this, you can check out my Patreon or YouTube memberships. My Romancelandia supporters always get early access to Romancelandia Monthly, so you get to know what's going on ahead of time, and you get to see the lists get built in the Discord. Feel free to do that. I will talk to y'all in just a few days. Bye!
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions. We'll get away. This is what we